Hi guys, and I'm just making sure you can hear me, everything, and just me, Ron. Okay, so we're gonna give it a few minutes, a little bit early. Just checking the live feed and everything. To create, go live. Okay, live. Let's see how to stream live. Okay. We're gonna just check our chat. We came on a little bit early tonight. Go live. Yada yada yada. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to click onto my mobile device, you capturing modes. Okay, let me do it this way. We'll do it this way. We'll do it the old reliable way. Kill that. Cancel. Kill that. Okay, just checking to make sure I'm live, if you can hear me now. Hi guys. Here we go. Okay. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I hope you can. Just give me let me know. I'm going to go into my other live channel over here. Not really sure if I'm doing this right or not, but I'm using my mobile camera, and I wanted to see if this is going to work, or if I can go into the live channel on my Ron coming in to visit from Motivation Lifting Geek. Hi Deborah. Can you hear me okay on my I'm on my mobile camera, but I got my computer on, and I'm not sure. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you can hear me okay. And welcome into the channel, Deborah. This is the first live for me. I'm not really nervous, but I'm doing this. I'm watching the chat on my computer. I didn't know. I hope I don't get a double echo of my voice, because I'll shut one down if I have to. And so I'm on my mobile camera, because what I want to eventually do is do some live cooking shows and show people what I'm doing for low carb weight loss. So I'm just going to give it a few minutes here, see if anybody else would join me. And I'm putting the word out all week long that I'm going to be going live, and this is my first really live Q&A questions and answers. If anybody wants to ask me any questions, and how I've been able to lose over 130 pounds in a 2-year period, and all that good stuff. And I just want to make sure. Okay, good, because I'm just right now. You can see my eyes rolling left to right. I don't have my headphones on, and I don't need to hear any sound from anybody, because I'm the only one talking. Hi Bubbles, welcome in. And I hope everybody's having a good day and a good evening. This is my first live, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ron's Keto Cafe. And I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea and my Be Kind cup that I have every morning. So I do live in an apartment, so we do get apartment noise from the street noise, and we also have like the central heating system that comes on every now and then will kick in. And so it kind of drives me nuts when I do videos. This is the back room where I do a lot of my filming, actually all my filming, except when I go in the kitchen and I cook. My wife and I both share the cooking responsibilities. Most of the time she won't eat my stuff that I cook, but she will eat it on occasion. And yeah, I've been very successful over the last couple of years. I got the game going. Well, shortly it'll be going, the hockey game going. I'm a Bruins fan. I like the Boston Bruins. I'm from Massachusetts, and I was just going to give it a couple more minutes here, and we can start. It's just about 7 o'clock there. Yeah, it's going really good. I went walking today. I did a 3-mile walk. I did a little bit of a walking this morning, and when I got home from my job interview, I had well, it's not really low carb, but we ended up getting a pizza today because I just felt like having a regular pizza, and that's always been very, very successful over the last couple of years losing weight. When I'm in the really focused in on the weight loss mode, I'm right spot on there. But today I just wanted a regular pizza ronde. I had 2 slices and I was satisfied. And it's all about moderation, and that's what I learned over the years of losing weight. So I'll give it a couple more minutes. It's not quite 7 o'clock. I'm just going to check my time over there. It's almost 7 o'clock. The girl, I was watching another YouTuber this past week. I really like her channel in the morning. She comes on around 10 o'clock in the morning. I think she's going to come on tonight. Her name is Miss T. I'm sure a lot of you know who she is. And she's really an awesome lady. And, you know, her and I have been chatting quite a bit. And I hadn't been on the channel the last few mornings because I've been wicked busy with city stuff again. And I went today, and I got some good news to tell everybody. I'm going to be starting a new job next week. I had my 3-hour orientation this morning, and I'm really excited about it because I've been praying for this job. And I put about 40 applications into the same store. And I thought it was 2 different locations I was putting it in because we have 2 the same store in our city. And the guy must have thought I was cuckoo or something like that, because he called me up and he goes, you must really want to work bad enough, don't you? And I goes, well, yeah. And so basically, I'm sure most of you are familiar with the franchise Hannaford's To Go. Well, Hannaford, we have a Hannaford's store in that area. And I worked there in 2022 for 3 months. And then in January of 2021, I'm all messed up with this year with the 23. Okay, last year, in 2022, I worked right up until January, and then 3 months before that at another location in our city, and I was doing a Hannaford's To Go, which, if you guys don't know what that is you know, you're picking a grocery order and you put it in the bag and you stage it in the back room, and then the expediter will bring out the groceries to the car. And that's basically what I was doing. And I loved that job. But the problem was I had a hip problem, and I didn't know it was the hip, and it was the back problem. Not the back, but it was the hip. And when I saw the chiropractor realized, Ron, we don't think it's your back, we think it's your hip. So he x-rayed my knees, and then he x-rayed my hip area. And then it was determined that my right hip was bone to bone. So we had the hip done back in June. And they told me to give it about a good 6 to 8 months, and it's been almost 8 months now, and I'm ready to return back to work. But when I left Hannaford's back in January, a local paper called me up for a job, and it was, okay, this is cool. This is what I really wanted to do. It was a photojournalism job where you go out on location. Some weeks I maybe had 2 or 3 jobs, and then other weeks I had 10 to 20 jobs. And it was great because I'd go get them on location, take my camera with me, snapshot a few photographs, get a couple of names, and I'd be done. And I was getting almost $100 a location, and it was great because I was writing a little cover story, and boom, I'm good. But you know, they let everybody go but couple reporters, and I think one reporter actually in the publisher. And it's too bad because a lot of our local newspapers aren't putting any local stories anymore because they don't want to pay any money anymore. And so after all this time, you know, I'm volunteering a ton of hours for the city, and I'm not getting paid for it. And last week it just got be too much for me, and I spazzed out, and I had a little bit of an emotional breakdown last Thursday, and I said, look, I can't do this anymore, and I said I need to step back. And you know, as much as I love volunteering doesn't pay anything, and I was under a lot of stress, and I said, you know, okay, I'm not doing it no more. And so I'm just stepping back from the volunteering that I normally do, and you know, I'm in a much better place. I was really distraught last week, and it's a good thing for my friend there. She came up to me, she said, she gave me a hug, and she said, Ron, we need to talk because, you know, you're not good. And I goes, yeah, I know I'm not good. And but anyways, I'm over that, and you know, I'm moving on, and you know, and that's it. And you know, but for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Ron. I live in a city called Leominster, Massachusetts, and I'm 66 now, and I'll be 67 on August 1st. I started my weight loss journey on officially August 17th, 2020. I was playing around with different programs from January to August, and I did the Jenny Craig's, the Nutrisystems, the Weight Watchers. I was considering weight loss surgery at one point. We had all that pre-op agreements and everything all passed through the insurance, and we're going to get weight loss. I was going to get the gastric sleeve surgery, whatever they call that, and I decided that, trust my faith and, honor my mom's decision, because she asked me not to get weight loss surgery before she passed away in 2010 of cancer. And she originally had that done back in the 70s. She had all kinds of issues with it, and she knew all the struggles that she had with it. So I decided not to get it done. And that was one of the best decisions I ever made. So during all that time, the big wake-up call for me to lose weight was back in early that summer of 2020. I had to go get an MRI for my back, and I couldn't fit into the local machine. They had to send me over to the bigger machine up in Worcester, which is about maybe 30 miles to the west of us. And I said, okay, that enough is enough. I got to do something about my weight. And I was 325 when I officially started, but I was as high as 367 when I at one point during the course of the year in 220. And I posted my first official video on September 1st of 2020. And I said, well, it's got to be a better way. And then I talked to my doctor, and I got permission from my doctor. And I asked her, well, what do you think about the ketogenic lifestyle? And she said, well, I'm okay with it as long as you make sure you follow through with your protocols, what you need to do, and you come see me periodically. If you got problems, come see me. And if you want your blood check, anytime you want your blood work checked out for anything might going on. And so she was on board with it, and I was really happy about that, because there's a lot of doctors that won't recognize the ketogenic lifestyle. We call it a lifestyle, incidentally. I used to call it the diet and everything like that, but the problem with that is I feel as if you call it a diet, the diet feels like I'm being restricted to food. So we don't call it a diet anymore. I just call it the ketogenic lifestyle. It's a new way. It's kind of like if it's a spin-off of the old Atkinson diet, and that's basically really what it is. And if you're doing true keto, like I did from the very beginning, I was counting all my macros every day, and I was vigilant, and I did everything right that I was supposed to do. I was going 20 net carbs a day, and I was really, really happy and excited, because I saw and my stomach was really, really huge. My stomach was actually touching the steering wheel and leaning over on the steering wheel, and I'm over there like this, and I couldn't even fit into a restaurant booth. And I had a 4X shirt on at the time, and I had a pair size 60 pant size. So now I'm down to a size medium shirt. This is a large, and it's really, really big for me, so I'm down into a medium. And then I had a size 60 pants, and I'm down to a size 32 now. So you can see quite a difference in contrast. And all the photographs that I put up on Facebook and whatever, that you could clearly see the difference in my facial features. And I always said to myself, in every one of my earlier videos, I was wanting to lose my chin gobbler, and that's kind of a normal size now. And I'm really happy now. I still want to lose more weight. I'm down to okay. So I had a physical this past Wednesday, and I'm good to go. Everything checked out fine. She said, well, you know how much you weigh this morning? And I weigh myself every day now. And I said, well, I weigh 221 pounds with clothes on, and maybe about 224 or 25 with clothes. And so we had my sneakers on and everything, because then when I take showers, that's when I weigh myself every morning, and I write it down and I'll show you the notebook that I use in a minute. And so I said, yeah, about 225, and I had my phone in my pocket, and my keys, and my sweater on, and yeah, she said, okay, yeah, you're right, you're 225. So, but overall in 2022, I started out around 215, and to be 222, I gained about 6 pounds over the course of the year, and I think that's fantastic. And I was really, really happy and excited that I could maintain my weight and prove that I could maintain my weight. But my primary goal weight has always been 180, and I've never been below 200, which is, for us, we call it Wonderland. And so I created my channel originally back in 2020. So when I wanted to go on to weight loss, I after talking to my doctor, discussing many plans, and even considering weight loss surgery, I reconnected my faith and my spiritual faith with God. So I hope you guys are okay with that. And if you're not, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna be sorry for something I believe in. And anyways, there's got to be a better way. So when I was thinking about it, the voice that came over me said, "Look, I gave you tools how to video, and you went to school for the photography and for journalism and all that. And why don't you create a YouTube channel and create a support group page, and put yourself out there publicly for your best chance to lose weight, and create recipes and try to help people to lose weight and get healthy. And just remember, it's not about me; it's about just helping other people." And that's what I've been doing, and that's why I created the YouTube channel. And I feel so very, very blessed that I've been able to help as many people as I can to help people. And I always try to put a disclaimer in my videos that I'm not a doctor. I don't make any medical claims. This is all based on my own personal journey and helping as many people as I can to get healthy, because back in 2020 we had this thing gone, and I'm not going to reference it, but you guys, gals, all know what I'm talking about. And you have to be healthy. Many people that I know in 2020, they became couch potatoes. I said, I'm not staying home. And I had, my only regret when I went out and I had a lot of photographs of me, I had that stupid mask on, and it drove me crazy because a lot of my full face photographs had that on. So I'm very blessed to the ones that I found that didn't have that on. And so anyways, so I've been very, very blessed. And I went out and did walking every day and starting my journey. And even to this day, I continue to go walking. Now today it was in the mid 50s. Today is 2 weeks ago it was negative 13, so we had almost a 70-degree difference in weather temperature in the 2-week time frame. So I went out and I did a 3-mile walk this afternoon. And I don't know if I mentioned about the new job. I'm going to be starting a new job next Thursday and Saturday. I got 2 days next week. They paid me for 3 hours today for the orientation, and it's going to be the hand up is to go. And I really love that job that I had. And I told Angelo, he's my supervisor, he's going out on vacation next week. I told him, I'm not going to disappoint you. I'm going to do my very best. And if I feel as if full-time hours is too much for me, I'll have them cut me back down to part-time. And if I feel that particular job is too much for me, they have other positions I could do in the store, and I'd be fine with either one. But the point of it is, I was doing a lot of city volunteering, and last week it just got to me to a point where I had kind of a bad emotional and a nervous breakdown last Thursday, and a friend hugged me, and we talked, and it was time to just, she said, why don't you just tell the organization that you're taking a personal leave of absence for medical reasons, and you'll go back when you're ready to go back. And there's some places I may not ever want to go back, but right now I'm just leaving everything in the open air right now. And when I walk out of something and walk away from something, I don't want to walk away mad, and I don't want to leave on bad terms, and that's not who I am. But I just wanted them all to understand that it just got too much for me, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore, because that other organization is a fantastic organization, and it's an awful lot going on there, and there's an awful lot you have to learn, and it's just right now, it's just not a good fit for me right now. I needed to take a break, and I need to have a sip of my, I have tea, by the way, then late in the evening. So what I've been doing is, I've been doing low carb keto for the weight loss program, and I follow everybody that I can follow. I get a lot of my inspiration videos, like if I go on to the Food Network and I'll watch like Guy Fieri and Dines and Drives. I think that guy's got the best job in the world, going to these restaurants and sampling the foods that he samples. And then Robert Irvine and Restaurant Impossible. And I get my ideas and I get my inspiration from all those chefs out there. And I convert a lot of regular weight loss meals or keto meals. I convert a lot of those type of high carby meals into low carb, and sometimes they come out great, and other times I have epic failures. And it's just funny when I got an epic failure, because I'm a guy who never went to school for home ec. I'm sure most of you girls might have gone to home school for home ec back in your day, and I never had. And I learned everything the old way. I was on my own at the age of 16. I had my first apartment. as I recall, my mom and my stepdad and a couple of my sisters went to Canada. They stayed up in Canada for a good number of years, and I didn't want to go. And I was on my own at 16. I was working full time, and I was eating out of a can a lot and stuff like that. And you know the fast foods and everything like that. And then I eventually learned how to cook, and so now I cook everything from scratch a lot of times. And now working at Hannaford's, I'll be able to bring them the fresh produce and have more fresh produce every day, and I'm going to really enjoy that. And the biggest thing I told my new boss today, him and I are the same age, and we hit it off like two peas in a pod. And everything that I was talking to him about, he knew exactly where I was coming from, and I knew exactly where he was coming from. So that's going to be a big plus for me. Not that that wasn't there at the other place, but I just when you're picking groceries and you got to walk around the store with a cane and you're dragging your leg and you can't even bend over to pick up your groceries for a customer to put them in the carriage and pick an order. That's not a very good situation, and that's what I dealt with for almost 4 months. While I got through it. I didn't miss any time, and I was never late for my breaks. But it was just funny because. And then the other complaint I had about that other store, the canned goods are like stacked up 4 high, and they were all underneath the lower shelf, and they should have been level high. In this newer store that I'm going to be working at, that it's set up the way it's supposed to be set up, and they got tons of more product to choose from too. And that was the other complaint. The smaller store was always running out of product, especially on the weekends because they had nobody to put the product on the shelf. But I'm so blessed, guys. I can't get over it, and thank everybody enough for helping me, and everybody that's coming on tonight, just watching my chat, because I've been wanting to do this for a long time, going live, and I was nervous about it. And then the other day, my wife had a doctor's appointment, and I'm like, you know what? I just figured I'm going to go on live to see if anybody will come in and join me, and I did that. Now I was supposed to go live with another lady this past Sunday, but she's really busy. So we're going to put that on hold. But Mike's asked me today. I called him up today. Actually, I was walking today, and I got a text message. He wants to do a live with me Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. So we're going to be doing a live with him. And there's another guy, his name is Alan. And he's another, and I'll have those links below the video, and by the way. And he wants to do a live with me sometime in March. And basically what they want to do is talk to me about my weight loss story and all that stuff there. And then tonight on Motivational Geek Squad, he's an awesome guy. He gave me a good shout out, a plug on my channel. And he's doing something called... something about Wednesday where you can go in there and tell your story and just let them know that you want to get involved with that. And he's another one that's really great because he tries to help out other YouTubers to grow their channel. And eventually, when I can get 1,000 subscribers, my channel will be monetized. But even if that never happens, I never even thought I'd get one person to follow me, never mind 468 subscribers or whatever it is now. I mean, I think it's really great. Now I did about 600 videos for food rep videos that I have. I still got about 300 of them. I've been putting them up every now and then when I get a chance. But I'm also in the process of recreating new ones because I want to do some shorts. And when I get about 30 or 40 shorts, then I'm going to start putting up two videos a day and try to build my channel that way as well, and doing more live videos too, because he had recommended doing some live videos like this now and then. And he said, you'll be surprised at how many people you have come on up on your live video channels there when you are doing that. But I mean, I hope we're coming in okay, guys, and everything like that. And like I said, if you guys, it's just funny when you guys and gals, if you go back to some of my older videos, you can clearly see how nervous I was and everything. And now I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about, and I do know what I'm talking about. Now, when I film my videos, I'm in the back room. I completely cleaned off the desk area, and I got this camera that I use overhead. It's a Canon camera, and over here, if I can just swing the camera around a little bit, just bear with me. I bought this nice new table over here. I just got it off of QVC, and that came in a couple of days ago, and I really love it because it's got wheels, and I can roll it out to the kitchen area. I paid $40 for it, and the original price was $179. and then it was marked off down at 89, and now it's down to $40. So I got it on clearance at 40, and it goes, and it's solid wood, and there was no assembly, which is really really great because I hate assembling stuff when you get that cheap Japanese crap or Chinese stuff. I think you know what I'm talking about when you want to get a desk in it because of 5,000 pieces and 6,000 screws and bolts, and you can't figure out heads and tails of it. But this here was just pop up, pop up, pop up, boom, 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 and I was done. And the wheels were already attached, and it came with a cool drawer underneath. And what's great about that is if you're doing like laundry or something like that, you can use that as a laundry utility cart and put your laundry basket on top of there, and your laundry stuff under there, and wheel it out to your laundry room. And so I'm using that as a little table. So when I want to cook, I'm going to move that into the kitchen, and I'll probably put my camera on there. Or I'll use that as an extra table, because I get my countertop is literally small and it's always full of junk. That's why I was always hesitant putting videos up there. But thank you, Bubbles, for that, and I really appreciate that. But I just I hope I'm not talking too long. But oh yeah, and then I have this right here I've been using too. When I started a job for the local paper, I bought this M50 Canon camera. This cost me about $800, and the camera lens came with it. But since then, I picked up about 6 camera lenses, and the lenses there was no lens that I bought that was under $400. And the most expensive lens I have is for $1,400. So it was quite expensive. That's how much I really enjoy photography. But I use the mobile phone now for most of my photography because it does a fantastic job with the mobile camera. And I've been tracking my miles every day and my steps every day. And what else do? I volunteer for the park. Well, first of all, when I'm not, when I'm in better moods, I was volunteering for our local commission. I'm actually a member of our local historical commission. I'm one of 7 members. And you're going to have as many associate members. And what that duty is responsible for is for the signing off of property. So like if you're reconstructing your house and you want to put a roof on there or something like that, they got to come to us first, and we got to see whether or not it's any historical value on that property. And then I'm get an incoming phone call. I hope that's not going to interfere with anything. I'm going to just leave it go. So we'll just deal with it. So anyways, yeah, so I was going to just wait for that phone call. It just drives me crazy. I don't know how to block these phone numbers when you're doing live, so that's why when I'm doing another live, I'll probably just do that. I don't remember what I was talking about. So I'm just kind of still nervous about everything, but I just yeah. So I just really love the table and everything, and I did buy some Reyes spaghetti. They've got Reyes pasta sauce. I didn't even know Reyes, that company that makes that fantastic low carb spaghetti sauce. They make pasta. It's not for keto because keto is very restrictive. But if you're not doing keto and you're doing low carb weight loss like I am right now, and I do keto not all the time, but at least 4 days a week, maybe 5. And when I'm in the mood for spaghetti, I'll measure out the serving size, and I'll put a little bit of Reyes pizza sauce on it, and maybe some ground beef. And that's how I've been getting around my weight loss, and that's how I've been very successful. I often tell people, if you want something, have something. Today, for instance, told you earlier, I had a couple of slices of pizza, and I was okay with that, and now I'm good to go to the next time I want something like that. And it took me 42 years to figure it all out, that you can have whatever you want, but just have it in moderation, and that's how I've been very, very successful during my journey. Now, I lost over 130 pounds in a 2.5-year period doing low carb weight loss. And I can't thank everybody enough for joining me along my journey. But I don't know if we have time for any more, because I don't know if I have anything more else to say. I don't know if anybody has any questions for me or anything like that. I know I've been rattling off, but I really appreciate anybody that might have joined me tonight. And it really means a lot to me. And I can't thank the Geek Squad enough for mentioning me tonight. And Miss T in the morning, I've been going on to her YouTube channel, but I'm going to jump on her channel again tomorrow morning, because I'll probably have some time tomorrow morning. I don't know. my friend Mary wants to meet up with me tomorrow and talk to me tomorrow about everything that went on this past week. Uh, the other thing I wanted to mention too, if you're going to start a weight loss journey, try to find a friend to do it with you. And anything you want to do in life, try to find a friend, a spouse, or try to get family support. It's very, very important. My wife is on board with this from day one, and she continues to support me to this day. The only thing that's hard for me and Donna is she doesn't do keto or dieting, and a lot of times I have to make special foods for me and make her a separate meal. But like if I'm buying ground beef, I'll make something special. Like I could do like I'll give you a for instance. What was one of the meals I made this past week? I took some ground beef and I took some spinach and I took some cream cheese, a little bit of fresh garlic, and that sort of thing. And then I added some chicken to it or something like that. But I always thinking about getting creative and stuff like that. And she won't eat that, but she did eat. I did make a chicken lasagna the other day, and I took the chicken deli meat, and then I laid it like a lasagna noodles, and everything else was low carb. And she thought that was fantastic. And then I made a chicken cordon bleu. I took a chicken fillet and I sliced it in half and I pounded it down, and then I seasoned both sides of the chicken, and then I put a couple slices of Swiss cheese on the inside, and then I rolled it into a wrap, and then I put some bacon around it, and then I popped the babies into the air fryer for about 30 minutes until the internal temperature was 165, and the bacon was fully cooked around the chicken, and everything was cooked all the way through, and we both loved it. That she thought that was the best thing I ever made, so I am planning on making that again. And then I made strawberry cheesecake. That was the first time I ever made a strawberry cheesecake. The last time I had a strawberry cheesecake was when I was 46. My sister asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and she gave me a strawberry cheesecake. It was a very big, humongous one from BJ's, and I never forget that. I had a photograph of that. It was funny, and so I made one about a week and a half ago, and that thing was the bomb. And it was all sugar free, and I ate the whole thing, not all in one sitting, but in 3 days. And I ain't getting away from it because it was all low carb, and I got that up on my channel. And yeah, so that's how I've been very, very, very successful losing weight. And of course, everybody. And I have a support group, Ron's Keto Cafe support on Facebook, and my own regular Facebook support. You're all welcome to, friend me. I put up good morning quotes, and I put up inspirational quotes throughout the course of the day. When I go on somebody else's YouTube channel, I'll share their links to my Facebook support group. The only thing and if you got a support, well, I'd say if you got a channel and you want to put it on my Facebook support, I'm okay with it. I just don't. If you're doing drugs for weight loss, I don't go for that. But if you had weight loss surgery and you're trying to lose weight and you want people to inspire you, like everybody's inspiring me, you're welcome to share your post to my my Facebook support group. And also, if you want me to come on and do a live sometime on your channels, you can let me say, Ron, I saw you on live on your channel, and I'd like to have you come on my channel. Let's talk from live, and maybe we can share some recipes together, maybe even create some recipes together. I thought that would be pretty cool. Now, all these cameras that I have here, they all interconnect, so I can connect all of these over to the internet, and so that's pretty cool. I can't wait to make your low-carb cheesecake. Oh, yeah, blueberry strawberry well on my favorite dessert treats. Yeah, what I did with that particular recipe, I took all the confection of powder swerve, I believe, and I got this particular recipe from Myra from Low Carb Love, and I don't know how many times I watched that recipe over and over and over again, and I kept writing down all these stuff. And one of my problems was doing recipes. I'd be same problem I had when I went to school. I'd be reading up here, and I'd be going four instructions down, and then I'd miss 3 in between, and then I go, well, no wonder it didn't come out. And I had that issue when I went to school. So now what I do is I check off each ingredient as I'm going down the list, and then I was putting it all together, and I even bought the fresh lemon, and I was doing like one of these numbers with the lemon to try to squeeze out the juice, and I cut it in half, and I put the fresh lemon in there, and the smell that the aroma from the lemon in my room was like really fantastic. And I don't cook in the back room for the obvious reasons because I wouldn't want to cause a fire. But a lot of times I'll prep the food in the back and then I'll move the rest of it over to the front room like when I want to cook. And I use a round form pan, they call it, I guess. It's got a spring, kind of like like an angel food cake. And I did the crust in there. I did an almond flour based crust. And then when I popped it into the oven for 10 minutes at 350, I popped it out, and then I put foil under there so it wouldn't burn the crust. And then when I poured the cheese mixture on over it, after it cooked, I let it cool down, and I put it in the refrigerator overnight. And then that's when I added the fresh strawberries on the top. Now, the next one that I want to make, I want to take a little bit of food coloring, put it into the cream itself, and I'm going to make like a strawberry cheesecake swirl, and I do make ice cream and all that stuff, and I made tons of pizza recipes, all different varieties of pizzas and shackles and all that good stuff. I just bought a mini pie maker, and I can make an egg now in less than 2 minutes, a fully cooked egg with the egg yolk, and I had two tonight for supper with a couple of sausage patties, and it's really, really fantastic. In this mini pie maker dash, you can make these little, you remember these little tabletop pies that we had when we were kids? And you can make pies like that. And I did make one pie like that, but I made a peach pie. I had gotten some, the diced peaches from Del Monte, the sugar-free ones, and I put that in there. And it came out really good. And what I want to make next day, I want to make some pizza bombs. I'll take some dough, for low carb weight loss, and I'll put some sauce and a pepperoni and some mozzarella cheese, and then I'll make it into a ball and I'll pop that into the air fryer. So all these things that I'm rattling off, I have a lot of these ideas that I'm going to be putting on some videos, so be watching for a lot of those recipes. And I am going to be making a blueberry cheesecake, by the way. The next time I make a cheesecake, though, instead of making it with the 2 blocks of cheese, I'm going to cut the formula down to maybe 1 serving size, because I don't want to be eating cheesecake all week, even though it would be really okay. So what I'm going to show you guys, hang on. So this is my daily planner. I bought this, you can buy one of these anywhere, but this is for the month of February. This is all the stuff right here for the first few weeks in February. Almost every day you have something going on with the city or with doctor appointments between my wife and myself, and it continues on to over here. And then I record my weight down every day, my mileage that I did, what I did for activity, and it's a daily planner that I use, and I really love this system, and I've been doing this since day one. And in addition to that, I handwrite all my notes. So if in case someday somebody said, "Well, you should do a book," and I said, maybe I'll do a book. And then I haven't got my printer going yet because I ran out of ink. That's why another reason why I wanted to go back to work, because the ink's expensive. So I got all my complete information about my journey and my recipes all written down in a Word doc, and I'll eventually be printing them all out, and I might even have enough to do a recipe book. But I have over here, tomorrow I'm going to be making coconut flour shaffles. Okay, that's the formula. So this particular recipe, if you got a mini dash, it calls for 1 tablespoon of coconut flour, 1 tablespoon of water, 1 tablespoon of mayo or sour cream. And this time I'm going to be using a sour cream, 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 egg and a pinch of salt. You whisk that all together, and then on your mini dash, you just pour the mixture right over the mini dash after it's heated up, and you get the perfect little sandwich. And that's how I've been very successful too, because I make a lot of shackles, and I love the shackles or shackles, depending on what you want to call them. But there's so many varieties of shackles. I'll go on and I'll search, and then I'll modify and make it my way. And I just made an Oreo shackle the other day for Valentine's Day. Tom and Mike had something going on for Valentine's Day. They wanted us to make shackles, and it was really, really good. Now, I used the regular Hershey's sugar-free cocoa powder, but if you wanted the authentic dark color of the shampoo, you'd have to buy that particular cocoa powder that's sugar-free, and they have it available on Amazon. I just happened to use what I had in the house at the time, and that's typically what I do. Whatever I have in the house at the time, I'll use that. But yeah, it's been really great, guys. But I'm gonna get ready to kill the video and get going and watch the Bruins game tonight. They just came out on the ice for the hockey game tonight. And I hope I didn't talk too much tonight because I see we're just about at an hour's video time. But thank you all for joining me tonight. Be watching for other videos. So Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, Mike and I are going to be going live, and he's going to be interviewing me basically about my life and my journey of how I've been so successful doing a lot of keto meals and some not so keto meals. And there's no science that's involved in this. It's just moderation and being careful in what you eat, and that's all it is. And that's how I've been very, very successful. So I've been very, very blessed. I'm starting a new job next week. I won't be so. Here's the thing about the job too. Everything is so expensive. I mean, every time I go into grocery shopping, it's like, you're paying like $3 for a dozen eggs. Next thing you know, you're paying $5, and next thing you know, you're paying $7 for the same eggs you got 3 weeks ago. It's crazy, So the extra money, we're not really hurting that we need the money. This is just extra money that I want to earn for myself. And eventually, when I reach the full-time hours over there, what I'm probably going to do with most of that money is just bankroll it anyways there. And I got some bills I want to pay off. So once I get those bills paid off, I won't have to deal with it no more. It's just my car loan, and we got a small little personal loan at the bank. And then I'll be golden, and so that's what the plan is. And I always wanted to go to Vegas or Florida, and then I could start saving up some money for that. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a terrific night, and thank you for joining me. And I'll check back the chat on that. And be watching for the next live. I don't know, Sunday afternoon we'll do another live. I think what I want to do is I want to try to set up a schedule for a live chat every once in a great while. And the next live chat we do, instead of just talking about my journey, we're going to actually go in the kitchen and cook something together. We'll prep it out here in the back, and then we'll move the operation out in the front, and we'll do it that way. And then you might learn something on how I do my cooking. But let me know what you guys think. But I'm gonna let you guys go. So what you're saying, my whole life has been living on fast food and highly processed foods at the grocery stores. So this home cooking thing is totally new to me tonight. The buffalo chicken wings and mozzarella and carrots. Nice to meet you. Oh, yeah. So I normally wear glasses. I do wear glasses, but here's the deal with the glasses. I usually get a reflection from the light and everything, so I take them off. But yeah, I made buffalo chicken wings before. Those are really great. I make them in the air fryer. They come out awesome in the air fryer, and I brine them overnight to get them nice and moist. And I'm going to be showing those particular recipes, and I haven't really done. I have those recipes ready to go up. I just haven't put them up yet. One thing we're going to be making, we got a new food processor, and I also got a V-slicer, one that slices the carrots and all that stuff, and the tomatoes. We're going to be making, let's see, I made a chicken crust pizza, I made a flatbread pizza, I made a pizza in a mug, I made a tuna crust pizza before, I made a spinach crust pizza before. Now I want to make a carrot crust pizza and some other pizzas ideas, because I absolutely love pizza. And even though I had a regular pizza today, I only had 2 slices, so I don't consider that a cheat day. It's just a normal day for me, Donna and I. And yeah, so it's just being creative, and if you mess up, you mess up, and it's pretty much easy. Like I said, I'm a guy, and I never had any experience cooking. Especially cooking for the audience, and so I really enjoy this, and I'm glad I can help as many people as I can. Be watching for those videos, and I'm going to be putting up some more videos. I have another video I'm getting ready to put up there. I actually got about 400 videos to put up, and I'm just putting up a little bit at a time. But anyways, have a great night, guys. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and reach out to me on Facebook if you want to share your YouTube channels. Talk to you guys later. Have a great night.